Blackhead prevention begins with patience, not pressure. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and tiny bits of everyday debris collect inside a pore, and the top of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not a sign that someone is dirty, and they usually do not improve when the skin is scrubbed harshly. In many cases, rough treatment only leaves the skin more irritated, more reactive, and harder to manage. A calm routine usually works better than an aggressive one. Wash the face gently in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Avoid very hot water, rough scrubs, harsh brushes, and the urge to attack the skin as if it were a stain that can be polished away. If makeup, sunscreen, sweat, or daily buildup is still on the skin at the end of the day, remove it properly before bed. Lightweight, water-based, or non-comedogenic products are often a better choice for skin that clogs easily, especially around the nose, chin, forehead, and jawline. Moisturizer still matters, even when skin feels oily, because skin that feels stripped and uncomfortable can become more reactive. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid may help loosen clogged material inside pores, and adapalene may help keep pores from becoming blocked over time. The important thing is to start slowly and stay steady, instead of trying too much, too fast. Squeezing blackheads with fingernails or tools may feel productive for a moment, but it often leads to irritation, lingering marks, and a cycle of touching the face that creates more trouble than progress. Hair oils, pomades, and heavy styling products can also quietly contribute to clogged pores around the forehead and temples, so it helps to keep those products away from facial skin whenever possible. Pillowcases, hats, and phone screens do not need to become a source of anxiety, but keeping them reasonably clean supports a better environment for the skin. Prevention is not about perfection. It is about making pores less likely to clog, keeping the skin barrier calmer, and choosing a routine gentle enough to keep doing for months. And now, with that practical skin advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us leave the cleanser, the mirror, and the blackhead strip aisle behind, and head somewhere much warmer and much more cheerful to a small American town where folding chairs creak, pies disappear, church ladies run logistics like military planners, and one retired man accidentally becomes the hero of the most ridiculous afternoon the county has seen in a decade. In the little town of Cedar Springs, Oklahoma, 74-year-old Leonard Boone believed in 3 principles above all others. First, coffee should be strong enough to improve a person's judgment before sunrise. Second, any container borrowed from your kitchen should come back with the correct lid or not come back at all. Third, if someone approached you smiling while holding a clipboard, the wisest available response was immediate retreat. Leonard had retired from the county feed and grain office after 41 years of invoices, supply ledgers, and explaining to impatient farmers that arithmetic did not become flexible simply because weather had been rude. He lived alone in a tidy cream-colored house with a narrow porch, a neat row of hedges, and a detached garage so organized that neighborhood children once said it looked like the tools had elected officers. His wife, Ruth, had died 6 years earlier. Since then, Leonard had built a life out of routine because routine did not ask emotional questions. Coffee at 6, newspaper at 6:15, breakfast at 7, a walk at 8 if the weather was not being theatrical, lunch at noon, a short nap after lunch he referred to as horizontal planning, supper at 5:30, dishes at 6, porch by 6:30, bed at 10. It was a decent life, quiet, ordered, predictable, yet some evenings, especially in autumn, when the windows darkened early and the kitchen seemed too large for one person, the quiet stretched farther than he liked. The person most likely to disturb that quiet was his neighbor, Bonnie Leigh Carter. Bonnie Lee was 71, energetic, cheerful, and blessed with the kind of volunteer confidence that made weaker people suddenly remember appointments in other counties. She wore bright floral blouses, sensible flats, and reading glasses on a chain that made her look permanently prepared to correct a sign, run a raffle, and reorganize a dessert table before anyone else found the tape. She coordinated the church outreach calendar, helped with the library fundraiser, organized the holiday canned food drive, and believed with fearless sincerity that every older adult in Cedar Springs had a hidden gift for community service, particularly the ones trying hardest to conceal it. On a bright Thursday morning in November, Leonard was sitting on his porch with a mug of coffee and half a slice of spice cake when Bonnie Lee came up the walkway carrying a covered casserole dish and a thick green folder. Leonard took one look and said, "No." Bonnie Lee stopped at the first step. "You haven't even heard what I'm asking. You have a folder. I also have chicken spaghetti. That makes it worse. It means I came prepared." "For what?" "For your resistance." Leonard leaned back in his chair. "Then at least one of us has entered this situation honestly." Bonnie Lee climbed the steps anyway, set the casserole on the side table, and sat down without invitation. "The Street Andrew Autumn Benefit has a problem," she said. Leonard closed his eyes for one brief second. The Street Andrew Autumn Benefit was the annual church fundraiser involving casseroles, raffle baskets, silent auctions, layer cakes, sheet music, and enough folding chairs to seat either a luncheon crowd or a deeply polite riot. "What sort of problem?" he asked. The announcer canceled. "Why?" "His daughter invited him to Tulsa." "That sounds legitimate." "He also said he was not really a microphone person." Leonard nodded. "That sounds wise." Bonnie Lee ignored him. "So naturally I thought of you. Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." He stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70. Dry counts. I worked in county accounting. You spent 40 years explaining facts to people who preferred optimism. You can handle a room. That is not the same as wanting one. You do not need to perform. Just welcome people, announce the program, keep the tables moving, and say a few things between events." "That sounds like work dressed up as pie." "That sounds like community." "That sounds like trouble with frosting." She smiled. "You'll be good. I'll be reluctant." "That is not a talent." "It should be." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Leonard looked at the casserole. "You volunteered me before asking?" "In pencil," she said. "I'm not reckless." "No," he replied. "Just efficient in a way that undermines trust. The event is Saturday at 1. And if I refuse, I'll tell everyone you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative burlap. Those are not equal threats. Together, they are a believable story." So that was how Leonard Boone, retired office man and defender of quiet Saturdays, became the emergency announcer of the Street Andrew Autumn Benefit. For the next 2 days, Leonard prepared as if he were mediating a trade dispute between hostile pie territories. He found his brown blazer, the one reserved for funerals, anniversaries, and restaurants where napkins arrived folded with ambition. He polished his loafers. He wrote note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards because the first set looked, in his opinion, too trusting. On Friday morning, his daughter, Allison, called from Kansas City. "Dad," Bonnie Lee told Mrs. Mercer. Mrs. Mercer told Aunt Darlene, and Aunt Darlene told me you're hosting the church benefit. Bonnie Lee should not have access to communications infrastructure, Leonard said. Allison laughed. "You'll do great. I have that means I have backup means you're clear yourself. I pronounced last name that bird." He practiced in the hallway. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the street. Andrew. Too stiff. Hello, friend. Too sentimental. Wonderful to see you all. And were irresponsible. By the fourth attempt, he had thanked the umbrella stand, nodded at the thermostat, and introduced himself twice to the coat rack. At that point, he decided rehearsal had become Saturday old, and the cello had raised money rigged as against. Leonard thought of autumn by orange paper leaves hung rings across the ceiling. Mason jars, pumpkins were arranged near bowls of wrapped mints, as though trying to appear useful. The dessert tables at the back groaned under brownies, pies, fudge, pound cakes, cinnamon rolls, sheet cake, bars, cookies, cupcakes, and one pecan pie so glossy it looked capable of it. Church ladies in pearls and cardigans stood behind tablecloths with cash boxes and receipt books. Retirees sat in folding chairs with coffee cups and immediate opinions. Two men were already discussing blood pressure medication with the tactical seriousness of retired generals. A widow in a navy sweater positioned herself near the table with the calm focus of a person who expects developments. Leonard at the doorway. You're late. I'm 8 minutes early. That's socially late. That's mathematically impossible. You look distinguished. You look administrative. That's because I'm prepared. That is the exact problem. She handed him the microphone and a schedule card. Welcome, dessert, open duet, auction update, raffle, surprise game, closing remarks. He looked at the card. What is the surprise game? A little fun. That phrase should require a permit. Then she vanished. Leonard stepped to the front. The microphone squealed sharply. Half the room jumped. Well, he said, that certainly saved us the trouble of a subtle opening. The room laughed. Interesting, he thought. He adjusted the microphone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the street. Andrew Autumn Benefit, the only event in Cedar Springs where you can buy pound cake, win homemade preserves, and judge decorative pumpkins without legal consequences. The laughter came warm and immediate. My name is Leonard Boone, and I'm your announcer this afternoon because the original announcer received a stronger competing offer involving family, travel, and what I can only assume is a healthier relationship with microphones. That landed beautifully. The opening hymn duet sang in perfect harmony while visibly correcting each other with their eyebrows. Leonard announced the dessert table, the silent auction, and the raffle with increasing ease. The room liked him. He discovered that if he simply said what everyone else was thinking, but with one more degree of dryness, the room came with him gladly. When one gentleman tried to cut the line for brownies by claiming he was just passing through, Leonard said into the microphone, "Sir, that explanation has never survived scrutiny anywhere." The room laughed. When a woman raised a concern that the lemon bars had been placed too near the chocolate cake, he replied, "Ma'am, I admire your vigilance, but we are still several steps away from international incident." More laughter. Then Bonnie Lee appeared at his elbow with the face of a woman discovering, once again, that planning was mostly decorative. "We have a problem."